Okay, good evening. Now we're circling back to the beginning of the New Testament because I kind of started out with Luke. Or Luke and John. So I need to go back and do Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So starting out at the very beginning of the New Testament with Matthew chapter 1, the record of Jesus' ancestors. This is a record of the ancestors of Jesus the Messiah, a descendant of the King David and of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah. Their mother was Tamar. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Abinadab. Abinadab was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. His mother was Rahab. Boaz was the father of Obed. His mother was Ruth. Obed was the father of Jesse. Jesse was the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon. His mother was Bathsheba, the widow of Uriah. Solomon was the father of Rehoboam. Ooh, sorry if I pronounce these horribly. Rehoboam was the father of Abijah, and Abijah was the father of Asaph. Asaph was the father of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was the father of Jehoram. Jehoram was the father of Uzzah. Uzzah was the father of Jotham. Jotham was the father of Ahazah. Something. I'm sorry. Ahazah or something like that was the father of Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the father of Manasseh. Manasseh was the father of Amos. Amos was the father of Josiah. Josiah was the father of Jehoshaphat and his brothers, born at the time of the exile to the Babylon. After the Babylon exile, Jehoshaphat was the father of Shealtiel. Shealtiel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abud. Abud was the father of Eliakim. Eliakim was the father of Azar. Azar was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Akim. Akim was the father of Alud. Alud was the father of Elizur. Elizur was the father of Mathan. Mathan was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary was the mother of Jesus, who is called the Messiah. All of those listed above include 14 generations of Abraham to King David, and 14 from David's time to the Babylonian exile, and 14 from the Babylonian exile to the Messiah. Ooh, so 14 is an important number there. The birth of Jesus the Messiah. Now this is how Jesus the Messiah was born. His mother Mary was engaged to be married to Joseph, but while she was still a virgin, she became pregnant by the Holy Spirit. Excuse me while I turn the page. Joseph, her fiance, being a just man, decided to break the engagement quietly so as not to disgrace her publicly. As he considered this, he fell asleep, and an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. Joseph, son of David, the angel said, "Do not be afraid to go ahead with the marriage to Mary, for the child within her has been conceived by the Holy Spirit, and she will have a son, and you are to name him Jesus. For he will save his people from their sins." All of this happened to fulfill the Lord's message through his prophet. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will bring birth to a son, and he will be called Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord commanded. He brought Mary home to his wife, but she remained a virgin until her son was born, and Joseph named him Jesus. Okay, Matthew chapter 2. The visit of the wise men. Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod. About that time, some wise men from the eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We have seen his star as it arose, and we have come to worship him." Herod was deeply disturbed by their question, as was all of Jerusalem. He called a meeting of the leading priests and teachers of the religious law. "Where did the prophets say the Messiah would be born?" he asked them. "In Bethlehem," they said, "for this is where the prophet wrote, 'O Bethlehem of Judea, you are not just a lowly village in Judea, for a ruler will come for you who will be the shepherd for my people Israel.'" Then Herod sent a private message to the wise men, asking them to come see him. At this meeting, he learned the exact time when they first saw the star. Then he told them, "Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child, and when you find him, come back and tell me, so that I can go and worship him too." After this interview, the wise men went their way. Once again, the star appeared to them, guiding them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house where the child and his mother Mary were, and they fell down before him and worshipped him. They then opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But when it was time to leave, they went home another way, because God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod. They escaped to Egypt. After the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up and flee to Egypt with the child and his mother," the angel said. "Stay there until I tell you to return, because Herod is going to try to kill the child." That night Joseph left for Egypt with the child and Mary, his mother, and they stayed there until Herod's death. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet, "I called my son out of Egypt." Herod was furious when he learned that the wise men had outwitted him. He sent soldiers to kill all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under, because the wise men had told him the star appeared to them about 2 years earlier. Herod's brutal action fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah. "A cry of anguish is heard in Ramah, weeping and mourning unrestrained. Rachel weeps for her children, refuse to be comforted, for they are dead." They returned to Nazareth. When Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in the dream to Joseph in Egypt and told him, "Get up and take the child and his mother back to the land of Israel, because those who were trying to kill the child are dead." So Jesus returned immediately to Israel with Jesus and his mother. But when he learned that the new ruler was Herod's son, Archelaus, he was afraid. Then in another dream he was warned to go to Galilee. So they went and lived in a town called Nazareth. This fulfilled what was spoken by the prophets concerning the Messiah. He will be called a Nazarene. And with that, we'll be back tomorrow with Matthew chapter 3.